What is silver's outlook going to look like by the end of 2025? I'm going to tell you folks right off the bat. I got no clue. We're going to dive in it. We covered for July. You know, $50 silver, the last video I did, $50 could happen by the end of July. But I've also said why in that video, and some people still didn't get what I was trying to say, I guess. But it is what it is. People don't listen to the whole video. Before you comment, it'd be nice to listen to the whole video. So watching 2 or 3 minutes of the first segment to see what's really what I'm trying to say. Help me out with the thumbs up, my friends. We're getting very close to 7,000 subscribers. If you're not yet subscribed, I highly encourage you to subscribe. It's absolutely free to do so. There will never be no memberships on this channel whatsoever. Nothing against anybody else that does that. I understand why other people do that for it. Yeah, it helps them out with a few extra bucks. Fine, no problem. If you would like to donate a buck or two, there are 2 ways. Super thanks in the comment section below. My PayPal link is in every single description of every single video. All I say to that is only donate if you are able to. I do not want to take a dime from anybody who is not able to donate. That is all I'm going to say about that. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for your support on the channel. Thank you for shopping at Pinbacks.com. Bigger giveaways will be coming, my friends. So share this video. Like I said, give this video a thumbs up. Let's get into the video right now. Silver by the end of the year. Look, we can throw out all the predictions we want to. Right? Someone's not going to be happy with the predictions. All I can say is we got to look at the top of the year. Go back to January. We've been on an uptrend since January. Yeah, we had a little pullbacks here and there. People are getting a little discouraged. Some people are sitting on the sidelines right now because we just had a big spike up. I get it. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing again. I'm going to be very transparent with you all. I've told you that from the beginning of my YouTube channel. I'm going to be honest, transparent, tell you exactly what I'm doing. I'm pausing right now on most items right now. I'm still looking for 90% silver. Yes. Stop the melt continues. I'm still looking for war nickels. I'm still looking for 40% silver halves. What I'm really focusing on, though, is onesies, peace dollars, and Morgans. A lot of them I'm getting on eBay right now. Some of them I'm getting from the shop. I don't have a lot of money. I don't. So what I'm doing, I'm buying one coin at a time. One coin at a time. I'm picking the cream of the crops as best as I can. That is how I'm choosing to buy these right now. Alright? A lot of them are coming off of eBay. I'll get into more eBay in a moment because I got a warning about eBay as well. Stay tuned for that. Look, right now I'm getting phone calls from people from the shop. Customers from the shop who come in regularly. What do you think silver's going to do? What do you think gold's going to do? Most focus right now is on silver. There's some focus on platinum as well. Gold's really not being talked about too much. It's 1 or 2 customers because gold's kind of sitting on the sidelines right now. Gold can be start picking up next month. August is a delivery month for gold. We've already covered that this morning. So we got to watch out for gold in August. Check that box right now. Silver, right now we're in a delivery month. The next delivery month is September for silver. We got to watch September as well. We got to watch what Jerome Powell is going to do on July at the end of this month. I believe it's July 30th. That we're going to get an announcement if he's going to raise rates, cut rates, or leave rates alone. You know what? I think, you know, it's 50-50 right now with a 25 basis rate cut, or we're still going to be on the pause. That's where I'm thinking right now. I'll let you know when we get a little bit closer to that. We still got a couple weeks out on that. We got to keep an eye on that. 401. Two, I'm not sitting on silence. I'm not buying any rounds right now. I'm not buying any silver bars right now. That is me. Alright, I'm just focusing on the smaller stuff for myself right now. Yeah, I would love to get more 5-ounce silver bars. Alright, I would love to get those. I would love to get some 10-ounce silver bars. I just can't afford it right now. That is what my position is. You got to go with your finances. For one, you know, if you think silver's too much right now, okay, fine. I wouldn't say totally stop getting it. Buy a little bit less. Play the market like I'm doing. Just because it's risen up. And don't get panicked and try to buy too much at one time. That will never work. Never work. You're going to kick yourself in the rear end if silver opens up tonight and we're down $1.50. You will kick yourself in the rear end at that. You know, cost average. So if you bought something right now before the market opens, and I'm recording this video at 4:05 in the afternoon on the East Coast time. So we got a couple hours before the market opens. And probably get released around 5 p.m. about an hour before the market opens up. So what I'm trying to get at is, you get a cost average. Nobody knows where silver, gold, platinum are going to go next. Nobody knows that. This is what I'm trying to tell our customers. Nobody knows. So you got to take a look at a couple factors here. Silver's taken off. Somewhat, right? We had a good week last week. The one thing that concerns me, and I've said it in this morning's video, some of these junior mining companies in the silver play are taken off as well. What do a few select people know what's going on? That don't happen too often. Normally silver will spike. Going back on history now, it takes about a month or two for the mining stocks to take off. I'm new to mining stocks. Alright? Been dabbling with them for the past couple years. I've been patient. I've been patient. Yeah, there's some mornings I wish I didn't buy them. There are some mornings I'm glad I bought them. Alright? It's risky. All mining stocks are risky. I want to make that perfectly clear. Right now, I own two big stocks. The two biggest stocks that I own, I'll say them again. Silver Mountain Resources. Again, I'll repeat that name. Silver Mountain Resources. I've shown the ticker symbol. I don't have them on. I don't remember that one on top of my head. The other one I own for gold stock is First Mining Gold. That one I do remember the ticker symbol on top of my head. That one is FFMGF. I'll repeat that ticker symbol again. FF, Frank, MGF. FFMGF for First Mining Gold. First Mining Gold is sitting right around 14 cents. Silver Mountain Resources is sitting right around $1.13. That stock was a lot of buybacks. I had quite a few thousand of those stocks. I'm down, I'm going to tell you, down a little bit less than 1,800 shares. That's how much got bought back by the company. I was down $700. Now I'm up about $415, $420 right there. Okay, it's risky. Anything can happen. I'm just trying to be transparent with you all. That's why I'm telling you the numbers. Okay, I'm being transparent. I'm still looking to buy more mining stocks. I'll announce those before I buy them, or let you folks know exactly what I'm going to do. But I'm not looking for it anytime soon. I got to pay some bills up, because bills are coming due once again. Of course, always bills, right? So with that being said, you know, I will be very transparent with you all. Check out channel sponsor Pinbacks, my friends. Last day, today's January. No, we're in July now. July 13th, 2025. This is your last opportunity to pick up 3 rolls of silver quarters or more. 3 rolls. There's 120 quarters. So you buy 3 rolls or more, you're going to get a special discount last evening to purchase your quarters from Pinmex. Tomorrow morning, they will not be there. And they will be there, but not for that price. Keep that in mind as the market opens up at 6 p.m. East Coast time zone. Nobody knows where this precious metal stuff is going to go. I'm dabbling in it still. I've been stacking. My biggest few years was, just a few years ago. 2020, really, the start of the COVID. I really started going very heavy in 2020. All right, I started with the coin shop, I think it was like late 2019. So I've been there for a while. I've seen the trends. I remember 2011. We can't look at, you got to take 2011 off the charts. Because we know what happened in 2011. We really got to take 1980 out of the equation. Because we know what the Hunt brothers did. So those two times specifically is not exactly what's happening right now. We got record debt. We got countries buying up silver left and right. We got China buying up silver concentrate. Okay? We got China going to the miners themselves, avoiding the COMEX, avoiding the LBMA, and say, we want your silver. We will buy it up right from you, right here, right now. That is what's happening, my friends. Okay, that is what's happening. This is what's... The COMEX and LBMA are losing control every single day. The corruption is done. The manipulation is just about to end. We're going to start seeing some true prices. Now, yes, tonight we could see it open up. Monday morning we all wake up, see it down, or we can see it up. Or we could see it flat. I mean, we don't know. So, what we do know is what's happened prior in this year. And overlooking what's happened this year, we've done good this year in 2025. We're 6.5 months in, just about 6.5 months into the year. Silver's done very well. Gold's done very well. Platinum's done very well. Copper is done very well. You know what's not done very well? Your U.S. dollar, and I don't have that dollar bill to show you, but you know what a dollar bill looks like. With that being said, we gotta keep stacking. It don't mean you gotta get it all at one time. I read a comment this morning. It was in the 90% Silver Market Watch I did yesterday. This person's 28 years old. Has a little bit of, he says he's got a little bit of silver. Okay, great. He says, am I too late? Please be honest. No, you're not too late. What you're too late is getting at 22, getting at 23, getting at 24. You probably missed the boat there. No, you have not missed the boat. I still think we're going a lot higher. For people who sit on the sidelines now, where we're going to be a year from now. Where we're going to be a year from now. We're going to be at 60, 65, 85. I can't guarantee that. But if we got there, people are going to be wishing, they're going to remember this video and say, should have got a couple more ounces on July 2025 when it was right around $39 an ounce. And maybe it's double maybe it'll be double this time next year. Don't know. Remember, when you're spending the fiat, you're not spending nothing. You're converting. Okay, you're converting. You're taking bad money and getting real money for it. Most of you folks know that. Most of you boys and girls know that that is to be the truth. Now, I understand trying to tell your relatives, maybe you're a male and you're trying to teach your wife, maybe you're a female, you're trying to tell your husband, and the other partner thinks you're crazy. Keep doing the right thing for yourself. Keep doing the right thing for your family. Because when the crap hits the fan, they're going to be happy. Oh yeah, my wife was right. Or my husband was right. I should have paid more attention. That is what's come down the pipeline. That's what's coming down the pipeline. You know, it's hard to tell people at the shop too where the price is going to go. I could say, I could come on here and lie and say, okay, tomorrow morning, next week, I guarantee silver is going to be 44 bucks an ounce. I can't guarantee nothing, my friends. All right? Just because I work for a coin shop, that does not mean I got the crystal ball in front of me and tell you exactly what's going to happen. I got no inside information. I got no heads up. Nobody knows. Well, maybe some of the bigwigs know what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe like BlackRock knows what's going on behind the scenes. Why is BlackRock buying silver and gold? Why is China buying up concentrate? Why is Russia buying up silver all of a sudden? They need it for military use. Why is India buying up silver? They need it for solar panels. Why is Mexico all of a sudden talking with the BRICS? Get my drift? Mexico's #1 producer silver. We said that before. These BRICS, we cannot give the BRICS, it's a nothing burger. We cannot say that. China's going to be, okay, I'm going to just say it. China's going to take the world over. China's coming on board with everything. They're getting their little circle together. Gonna leave the United States in the dark. Along with Canada, Australia, England, parts of the rest of the world. Just naming a few of the bigger countries out there. They don't want us to be part of their BRICS system. Maybe we pay up for it, maybe then. But I doubt. They're getting away from the dollar, my friends. When these dollars come home, we've always seen in it. We're going in hyperinflation. And the people who own in this country, the best country in the world, United States of America, the people who own silver and gold, will be a hell of a lot better off than the people that own nothing. And I got an eBay warning right here. Okay? eBay warning, eBay warning, eBay warning. If you are shopping on eBay, and if the seller actually cancels your item, beware. Do not negotiate outside of eBay. Okay, they only have your address for one. Even if it's a local sale on eBay and they try to contact you outside of eBay, do not play that game with nobody. First of all, it's against eBay's rules. They find out about it, you're going to get shut down off your eBay account. There's too much scams going on out there. Okay, I'll let you know what happened with one of the transactions I got. And I thought at the time it was a reputable company on eBay. Okay? Not going to say the company's name. Maybe you guys have experience with this company as well, but I'm not going to say the name. All I bought, not this past Redbook, last year's Redbook. I bought Redbook for a lot cheaper. I could get it from the coin shop for a lot cheaper. I could get it anywhere else. I thought it was a reputable company. They sell coins, right? They sold the Redbook. That's all I wanted was the Redbook. 13 something for last year's version of the Redbook. They shipped it to me about 3 months later. Of course, you give eBay your phone number. This company reaches out to me. Says, we saw you she says to me, we saw you buy the Red Book off of eBay. We got this to offer you at a discount, this specialized coin, blah, 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 blah. I said, I'm not interested, I said. She says, well, why? And she talked to me about another coin. I says, I'm not interested in anything you got to sell. Well, why did you buy the Red Book for? I said, I wanted the Red Book. And she kept going on and on and on and on. I said, I'm not interested. So she finally let me go for that day. 4 or 5 days later, she calls me again. I guess she didn't remember what she asked me before. So I kind of went off on her. And I said to her, I said, look, this is the second time you contact me. First of all, you're not supposed to be doing this outside of eBay. I said, you're not supposed to be even contacting me outside of eBay. Second of all, I said, if you really want to know why I bought the Red Book for, I said, you guys were the cheapest out of everybody else online. That's one of the reasons why I bought the Red Book. 3, I work for a coin shop. As soon as she heard that, well, why did you not buy it from? I said, that because you were the cheapest one of them all. This is because my coin shop's $3 more. I'm not going to go buy it from the coin shop and pay $3 more. I'm trying to save $3 here. That is what I'm trying to do. I said, let me tell you something else. I said, if you try to contact me again, and I says, I will blast your name everywhere I can. I will report you to eBay. So please, my friends, if anybody tries to contact you outside of an eBay sale, don't fall for it. They could be scammers. I don't think this company was trying to scam me. No, I think it was legit. But still, it is against eBay's policy. Beware of that. Beware of that policy. Because if you have a good record on eBay, you do not want to get shut down on that. Be smart. If you folks have any questions for me about anything, silver, gold, platinum, reach out to me. One more thing about eBay. You got to be beware of everything. Beware of the fakes out there. Okay, beware. Beware, because there are many, many fakes popping up right now because the prices are getting higher. Buyer, be warned. Please, I don't want anybody that's watching me or a subscriber getting fake merchandise. If you want to avoid all that, shop at your local coin shop for 1. 2, shop at Pinbacks. You're not going to get fakes from your local coin shop. You're not going to get fakes from channel sponsor Pinbacks. And I don't believe you'll get fakes from any online dealer out there. They're reputable ones. Let me put it that way. They're reputable ones. The ones that are well known. Okay? You get the drift on that. So, to stay appraised on that, buyer be warned on that. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. And I'll end it here with one more thing I want to talk about. I talked to a couple local coin shops around the state. I'll put it that way. There was a big coin show in Orlando, Florida this past weekend. And the reports I'm getting back on, it was kind of a bust. Okay? It was mostly dealer-to-dealer sales. Not many people buying from the outside. And what's going on with that? Okay, we got a couple things going on. I do believe. We got the higher price of silver, of course. Gold's still up there in price. People are starting to get priced out. Right? We got that. People are not traveling as much as they used to. Even though gas is cheaper than it used to be, people are still using a little bit of caution about gas. So people are not going out there to look for the deals at the coin shows. I'm not sure. I did not ask if this coin show had any entry fees or not. I'm unaware of that. But you got higher price silver for 1. You got higher price for gold for 2. And it's a lot easier to sit at home, shop online, like channel sponsor Pinbacks, or go to your local coin shop and get your silver and gold that way. Look, Coin shops are a dying breed. Coin shows are a dying breed, I do believe. I always say, Google your local coin shows. If you don't live too far, get to your local coin shows. There are deals out to be had out there as well. And you know, some of them have entry fees, some of them have big entry fees, some of them have little entry fees, whatever the case may be. It stinks. You know, shouldn't be charged to go into a coin show. Shouldn't be charged at all. That's my personal opinion right then and there. But these bigger shows do charge so much per head. And, you know, we don't go, our shop does not do this. You know, we don't live that far from Orlando, but still, you know, a couple hours, 3-4 hours away. And to be honest with you, we would have to get a hotel, motel, whatever. It's not worth the drive back and forth every day. To load up a van or a truck with merchandise, haul it into the show, and just to deal with about, you know, a handful of, you know, most of your sales are a handful of dealers to begin with. They want the cheapest price possible as well. It's not a money-making thing in my viewpoint. And our owner says, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We really have given up coin shows for the past couple of years. We have really not been to a coin show in at least 2 years. They're just not worth our time anymore. It's too much manpower. It's too much trying to keep this shop staffed as well. And trying to do a coin show at the same time, you need at least 2 or 3 people to go to that coin show to watch the table for 1. Someone has to use the restroom for 2. Someone wants to go for lunch for 3. You get the picture. It's not worth our time to make very little profit. And by the time it's all said and done, especially if you had to go to Orlando like that, there's probably hardly any profit left over by the time the rooms were paid for and everything else like that. So please support your local coin shows as well. Times are hard. I'm going to keep you updated. Thank you for your support on this channel. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs up. If you got any questions for me, my email is always in the description of every single video. We will catch you in the morning. We will see what the market does overnight, and we will update you in the morning. For now, Coin Shop Chris is out.